No one wants to hear the truth, but it's necessary if you want to be more at peace. And I'll explain why. My name is Ciro, and this is the Stone Cold Truth. I want to start off by saying that accepting certain hard truths and life lessons is something that you do since we first start growth. When you're doing self-reflection, you're being honest, you're being understanding. You do it since then, but even after you get over your past issues and you make peace with your past, you still have to accept certain things. Because you see, growth, when you're reflecting and you're getting over the past, that helps you make peace with the past. But moving forward, so when you're experiencing new obstacles and new things, what helps you from being depressed again, from being miserable, what prevents you from going back to that old state of being upset all the time is your certain life lessons that you go through and certain hard truths that you have to accept. Those hard truths that you accept are basically there so that way you don't do the same mistakes again. Sometimes we just have certain questions that just drive us crazy that we need to deal with. Simple stuff like, can people really change? Obviously, some people can, but not everyone can. Will the world ever be at peace? No, but for some of us, it's very hard to accept. Then there's some pretty deep ones like how to deal with the death of a loved one. Because obviously, some people cannot deal with it. They end up becoming addicts and they just don't know how to deal with it. And that's something that as humans we should be able to deal with and accept in some way. I'm not gonna go too much into that one because I have my own beliefs, but that's just one hard truth. A perfect example of what's gonna help you from preventing from making mistakes like you did in the past is setting boundaries. Like friends who probably ask for too much, or in a relationship when you should, put on the brakes and say, this is enough. I had enough of this relationship. Or same thing with family members. Some family members just think just because they're family that you're supposed to help them. Or, there's just certain things that we gotta accept. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I can just keep naming so many that I've already accepted myself, but it's just gonna take too much time. But accepting certain truths is not easy. It's the same thing as getting over your past. The ego will get in the way. The reason for that is because hard pills are hard to swallow. And the reason they're so hard to swallow is because the truth sucks. It makes you uncomfortable. So clearly, the thing that wants you to feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations is the ego. The good thing is, at least at this point, you're very experienced with self-reflection and knowing yourself very well and being honest with yourself. So you should be able to accept certain truths a lot easier. I don't know when the learning stops when it comes to acceptance and accepting certain things. I know it's been a year since I've got over my past, and I've accepted a lot of things and I'm a lot more at peace. It feels really damn good, but I don't know when it'll stop. I don't know, maybe I might make another video when I reach that point. Maybe might never reach that point. I don't know. I just know that it feels good knowing that I'm more prepared for when crap gets thrown my way. Like, I know that if I get heartbroken again, I won't go into depression again. Or if I go through disappointment, it won't upset me as much. At least I know that now my foundation is more sturdy compared to before, because before it was very unstable. So yeah, so my closing thoughts are on all of this growth stuff is that it's necessary. So yeah, you go through growth, you realize that you're miserable, you acknowledge what the ego is, you go through self-reflection consistently, you try to be understanding with others, you got to be a human being. And in the end, you just got to keep accepting certain hard truths till I don't know when. But I mean, in the end, it's definitely worth it. Once you grow, that's when you can preach to people. You can talk to your loved ones, to your friends, your family, your significant other. But like I said, once you grew, because a true leader knows the way, goes the way, then shows the way. I'll get more into that on the next video on the benefits of what happens when you accomplish growth and what you can do. So yeah, go watch that one, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.